Hello, beautiful manifestors. It is Olivia Grace, and I am back with another video. It's kind of dark in here, but when I put up the blinds, it's like blinding me and making my phone super hot. Let me back up. Maybe that'll be better. Okay. Happy 11/11, everyone. Yeah, I am Olivia Grace. This is the Master Manifestors channel. Here we talk about manifestation, law of assumption, all that stuff. So if you're interested, then you should totally be on this channel. Hi, Mocha Drop. Hi, Lyric, my love. Hi, Marie. Hi, Swatch. Hi, Lee. Thank you, guys. I'm trying to be in the sun without being in the sun because I'm like, I want to be able to see. Thank you. Hi, Michelle. Yes. Lyric. Hi, Cassandra. Lyric, you're hilarious. Thank you. You're so sweet. You guys, this is just going to be a quick live. It is my anniversary, me and my SP's anniversary today. And we're just at his house right now. Some of you, I don't know if any of you guys have been here since I was over here, but however, hi Brown Bunny, hi Cicely, yes. So we're talking about fear versus love. Oh, and in honor of my anniversary, and 11/11, I am having $11 off of all of the meditations and bundles on my stand. It's in the description, and Light of Love is extended just for today for 111 days, $111 off. So yeah, hi Ash, thank you all. You guys are so sweet. Thank you guys. Okay, so we're gonna talk briefly about fear versus love and clearing your limiting beliefs, because this is basically a good way for you guys to be able to clear your limiting beliefs, even when you're not sure what they are, or even when someone is telling you something and you're not sure to take that advice or what to do or what way to go, right? Hi, Javed. You want to go in the direction of love versus fear, right? Now, fear is always going to be contracting. Fear is going to have doubt. Fear is going to include separation. Fear is going to overall kind of have more of a negative energy with it. Now, the thing about it is that a lot of times, especially in the community, the spiritual community, a lot of things will sound, it'll sound like, yeah, that's a good idea, or yeah, that's a spiritual truth. But when you look at it, it's rooted in fear and it's rooted in separation. So that's just a really good way for you guys to be aware, right? And so when it comes to clearing your limiting beliefs, you guys, be aware of the stories that you're telling yourself, and where is the story originating from, right? Is it originating from the idea that I am limitless and I can have anything that I want, I can be anything that I want to be, I can do anything that I want? Or is it coming from, well, this is just what's good enough, this is what I can logically make sense of in my head, this is the best that I could do, this is all that I know? Which way, which emotion or feeling is it coming from, right? So that's always going to be a clarifying way for you guys to be able to tell, am I coming from this from my higher self's perspective, or am I coming from this from maybe my lower or limited self? Now, actually clearing limiting beliefs, number one, you guys know I'm definitely high on awareness, right? Hi, Dee. I really encourage you guys to be aware, right? Because when you become aware of the story, like sometimes we're just subscribing to a belief and we don't even really look at it or really think about what does that mean, right? For instance, like someone might say, well, I can't manifest more money because I'm living in, or I'm in a job and my job has a cap and I've already reached the cap, so I can't have any more money. And it's like, but you, first of all, think about that. That's the energy of limitation. I can only do this much, right? When your desires are coming from what I can only do this much, or this is just what makes sense, or this is what seems available to me, it's coming from a limit, right? So be aware of that. When you feel yourself telling yourself, oh, I can't do this, or I can't have that, or it could only be like this, the only way it could come is like that, right? Become aware of that. And then realize that all of that, it can only be like this if this happens, was made up by you, right? Hey Stacy, hi Michaela, hi Mike. So all of that, it can only be like this if this happens, came from you. So, and realize that you don't have to put that there. Like open and expand yourself, right, to what's beyond what you know. Now, ooh, this is actually a good point. Because what keeps people in their limiting belief and in their limiting story is that they're always basically looking from their own understanding and looking from what they know or what they understand to make whatever decision that they're going to make, or to make the intention that they're going to make based off of whatever they know, whatever they currently understand. This is where trust and faith comes in, you guys. Trust and faith comes in when you're able to believe in and think beyond what you know, right? Thinking beyond what you know. And that's the only way for you really to be able to get beyond what you know. It's not even that you have to know what that beyond looks like, right? It's that you just have to be open to the possibility that things can work out in a way that you're not aware of, right? That things can work out in a way that you're not aware of. And this is huge, you guys, when it comes to limiting beliefs, because this is basically where most limiting beliefs come from. It's like, well, this is what I know, number one. This is what I know. This is what I've seen. This is what life has proven to me, right? So this is all that this can be. This is all that this can be. And you wrap that up in like a box and decide like, yeah, that's what it is, right? But the thing to keep in mind, you guys, to keep yourself from getting trapped into any limiting belief is to realize that anything that limits you is a lie, right? Anything that limits you, anything that tells you, oh, you can't do this, or you have to do that, or whatever, is a lie. Like, take in and understand that you, as your God self, are completely unlimited. And any limits that you're experiencing are things that you have put on yourself. That foundational belief is what will allow you to come up against things, because this is the thing about limiting beliefs, is they're always going to make sense to us, right? They're always going to make sense to us. Just like if we say, like I was saying earlier about a job, well, if I work at this job, I've been working at this job, there's no more raises that I can have. Well, then where could extra money come from, right? But it's you being able to lean into the fact that you don't need to understand where could money come from. You just need to lean into the fact that it can. And the foundational belief of anything is possible, anything can happen, whether it makes sense, whether you've experienced it, whether anybody has experienced it or not, it's available to you. That foundational belief is what is going to allow you to go further and to dream more and to dream bigger than you have before. Okay, so, but that's really it, you guys. I just wanted to come on here really quick and say, hey, let me see. Hi, Monique. Yes, my limiting belief must work hard to manifest. Yes, and it's actually the, oh, Mike and Emma says, gratitude is also huge for getting beyond. So true. And you guys know I'm doing a gratitude challenge right now. But Cicely, yes, this is a kind of common limiting belief in the manifestation community, of that you must work hard to manifest. And you guys, I promise y'all, it's literally the opposite. It's literally the opposite. The less hard that you work, the less that you try and force and make things be what they are, the easier and quicker and better and just more amazing that things actually manifest for you. But once again, the belief in working hard to manifest actually stems from the belief in working hard for everything that you get. That comes from just regular muggle living. Anything good that you're going to get comes at a huge price. So we take that belief on into manifestation, and it's like, oh, well, if I'm going to get this thing, it's going to take all of my energy, all of my time, all of my everything, right? But it actually is easier for you when you allow it to be easy and allow it to flow and allow yourself to just receive, right? Even if you think about the state that you're in, right? Like the state of reception is a state of ease. It's a state of like calmness and content. The state of trying, right, is actually the state of struggle. Now, being able to get into that state of ease without physical confirmation or validation or results that give you the excuse to stay in that is the reason why people have trouble with that. And this is where I talked about just a second ago, faith, right? Faith is what allows you to maintain that calmness and that stillness in the midst of nothing, maybe not seeing anything, or maybe wanting to create beyond what you know, create beyond what you see, right? So gratitude actually keeps you in the mode, in the mindset of having, right? Which is what I talked about in my challenge. It keeps you in the mindset of, look what I have, look how things are working out for me. I keep getting what I want. I'm actually surrounded by things that I want, right? Which is you're creating the state of reception, right? Whether you're grateful for what you have or grateful for what's coming, whatever, you're creating the state of reception within your body. And so you receive more. How could I think of myself in a higher light that I don't look at my past or other pasts and only think positive moving forward? Liliana, this is a really good question. To think of yourself in a higher light, I'm going to give you 2 pieces of advice. And I'm going to say, number 1, to personify yourself, right? Personify yourself as a child, as your child self, right? This is how we can start to introduce compassion to ourselves, because as our adult selves, we just see ourselves like, I should have been did this. I should have been figured this out. I should have everything together. We don't have a lot of grace for ourselves, for our adult selves, but for our child selves, which is still who is expressing, right? We have more compassion and grace for them. So Liliana, I would suggest personify. Number 1, personify yourself, and of course, observe yourself. Listen to yourself when you're talking to yourself. That's the first thing, is to kind of interrupt that pattern of talking down to yourself, thinking down for yourself, expecting the worst for yourself, talking bad about yourself, whether it's a joke or not, you guys. A lot of people try to kind of joke on themselves just so they can basically beat others to the punch. But even in that, you're downing yourselves, even when you're like, like you can't take a compliment or whatever, like just be aware of those things and then ask yourself, how would I speak to myself if it was my child self that I was speaking to, right? Like if let's say, Liliana, I don't know how old you are or anything, but let's say you were taking a test and you failed the test, how would your child self, how would you talk to your child self about that? For your adult self, you'd be like, oh my God, you messed up, you fucked up, you should have studied, you never get anything right. We go into this all negative narrative, right? But as you looking at your childhood self, your small version of yourself, how would you speak to her, right? It would be more along the lines of, it's okay, let's try again next time. We can study more next time. Just because we did bad this time doesn't mean that we can't do great next time. Whatever. It's more of a loving and compassionate way. And this is huge, you guys. The other thing, before I even continue on that, the other thing, Liliana, is just to simply give attention to that. Just like anything else, you guys, what you're manifesting, spend time intentionally putting your mind on thoughts of loving yourself, affirming, I think affirming is one of the best ways. Even subliminals actually might be an even better way. For those of you who struggle deeply with how you feel about yourself, subliminals are a good way to kind of bypass that conscious mind. But this is the thing about being compassionate with yourself, you guys. When you're clearing limiting beliefs, when you're switching states, when you're doing whatever it is that you're doing, being compassionate is what allows you to continue to go forward. Okay, when you beat yourself up all along the way, you almost are taking 2 steps forward, and then when you stumble a little, you almost kick yourself like 10 steps back. So if you were instead to be like, okay, I took 2 steps forward, I stumbled off the path, I stumbled off to the side, but it's okay. I'm still gonna love myself and accept myself. We're gonna keep going forward. You'll get much further quicker than if you kick yourself back 10 steps every time you mess up, okay? Hi, Busiwi. Hi, Ramesh. Yes. Let's see. Hi, Ashish. Okay, Michelle says, Olivia, what affirmations would you recommend for a super busy mom, wife, starting a business to be able to focus more on myself and having my own money? I love that. Okay, Michelle, so 2 things I'm hearing when I'm reading that. I would focus on affirmations around like support. So I'm always supported. That's what you would need or something in that circumstance, right? You need something or someone or somehow to be supported so that you can focus on being a mom and also focus on your business. I would also focus on like time, right? Saying something like, I always have plenty of time, energy, motivation, focus to focus on my business. It's so easy for me to balance being an amazing mom and an amazing business owner, right? So basically, this is the thing, guys, when you're looking for affirmations, what is the story that you want to be true, right? What is the story that you want to be true? And as you tell that story, that's basically your affirmations, okay? Hi, Lori. Hi, Natasha. Okay, so I'm going to answer Lori's question. I'm going to go. Lori says, I need help. I tried to manifest SP back. It's been months. I still think he's better than me. I tried for real. What should I do, please? Okay, Lori. So you need to focus on yourself, Lori, because I'm not even gonna lie, y'all. I woke up from a nap in the car, so I'm not on my shit that I usually be on. Because really, Lori, I would be like, Lori, are you fucking kidding me? Like, you're amazing. No one's better than you. But I'm not gonna do all that. I mean, it's true though. Like, no one is better than you. Y'all, everyone here, nobody is better than you. This is your world. When you decide that somebody is better than you, higher than you, right? You are deciding that. You are deciding that in your world, right? Lori, I need you to come into your bad bitch energy, okay? I need you to come into your goddess energy. I need you to come into knowing that you're the god of your reality. I don't care, whatever things, right? Whether it be physical, mental, oh, I don't have, millions of dollars and, whatever, I don't feel good enough, whatever that is, right? I need you to just focus on you and focus on pumping yourself up and realizing who you are. I need you to be recognizing a real dawn when you see one, okay? And I also need you to look at your core beliefs, okay? So your core beliefs is where all of that less than energy comes from, because it's not even like, just when you're not very much like valuing yourself and seeing yourself as worthy, or seeing yourself as the best, right? That's where all this pedestal stuff. But I'm telling all of you here, I told you guys this, I think in another video, my best advice for SPs, you guys, is to take them off the pedestal. Yes, you guys, you can affirm, you can do all of that stuff, but y'all, and this is the thing about taking people off the pedestal, is realizing who you are. It's not about looking at them and saying, well, his breath did stink that one time, so I guess he's not that great. It's not about that, right? Once again, like I said in the beginning of this video, the energy of love, right, versus the energy of fear, right? The energy of love, I am enough, I'm whole enough, I'm good enough, I'm more than good enough, I'm perfect. Talk to yourself like that, Lori. Talk to yourself like that, right? And Like, this is the thing too, you guys, is a lot of times when we're coming into confidence, when we're coming from a lower state of confidence, right? We feel like, oh, that's arrogant or that's conceited or, however. But y'all, listen, it, I don't know. Unpopular opinion, I don't think it's bad to be conceited, right? I think well, I won't even say bad. I don't resonate with looking down on others to bring yourself up, but I do resonate with thinking that you're the best thing fucking since sliced bread. Y'all, if everybody thought that, if everybody thought they were the best thing since sliced bread, we wouldn't have all of this competition and anger and all of this stuff. It's everybody trying to measure up. But there's no measuring up. There's just you just feeling and knowing who you are and knowing what you deserve, right? And this is the thing, Lori. You start telling yourself that, and you may not feel it immediately, right? But you keep telling yourself that. That's the thing, y'all. I want y'all to think about kids, right? Hey, Romy, thank you. I want y'all to think about kids. Like, kids come in and they're imaginative. They know they're amazing, this and that. You don't just tell a kid one time, like, oh, actually, life is hard and, da 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 da, and they accept it, right? They don't just accept it. No, you have to tell them that and tell them that and tell them that until they get beat down around somewhere in middle school and all the magic is like, drained out of them, right? It's the same thing now about rebuilding, right? And retelling a new story, retelling how you feel about yourself. I also really 100% recommend revision as well, you guys, especially when you have these deeply rooted like identities and deeply rooted like just negative limiting beliefs and things like that. No, I've always been like that. I've always been confident. I've always felt amazing. I've always been amazing. I've always looked amazing. I've always been chosen. I've always been on the pedestal. They've always put me on the pedestal. I actually have so many guys chasing me. It's actually crazy. Like, I'm telling them, like, please, like, okay, I know you like me, but my roster is full right now. Like, you can get on the waiting list for next spring. But as for right now, I don't have the time. Hi, Winter. Winter, you said like weeks ago that you had a success story for me, and I want to know what it is. But anyhow, I'm gonna go, you guys. Yes, I just love you guys. Intending you all having beautiful, amazing 11/11, and feel aligned and set your intentions and all that great stuff. And I will be back probably tomorrow with a video. But yes, check out the stand store for the 11/11 sale. But I love you all, and I will see you guys in a video soon.